anybody has lost a set of keys with a Arrowhead lanyard and a Ford key, please go to the north end zone. There's a gentleman with a black shirt, tan pants that has them. Also, if everybody could kind of move in towards the center as best possible so that we can fit as many of our guests in, that would be very lovely. Thank you.
Good evening. Please be seated. I am Laura Myra, the superintendent for the Arrowhead Union High School District, and it is my honor to welcome you to the 62nd annual graduation for Arrowhead High School. At this time, I ask the choir members from the senior class to quietly step forward to the stage as I share my opening remarks. My introductory comments this evening also come to you on behalf of our school board. Each year we have 4 of our 9 school board members designated to hand out diplomas. So up on the stage this year we have Mr. Tim Langer, Mrs. Amy Hemmer, Mrs. Sue Schultz, Mr. Dave Dean, and also near our staff members, we have an additional school board member, Mr. Craig Thompson, here with us this evening. Graduating seniors, what does the world need? More kindness, more gratitude, more courage, more effort, more you in it. You have important discoveries to make. Now is the time to make them. You have important talents to develop. Now is the time to develop them. You have important gifts to give the world. Now is the time to give those gifts. You are not here by mistake. Life expects something from you, something unique that only you can give to the world. How will you give something beautiful to the world? How will you brighten another person's existence? The purpose of life is to discover your gift. The meaning of life is to give your gift away. You are at the entry point. Jump in and let your good deeds ripple out to others and the world. How many people does it take to make a difference? 1. These opening remarks were adapted from the book titled One. How Many People Does It Take to Make a Difference? By Zadra and Yamada. Graduates, each of you are that one. You are ready to make a difference in the world. The diploma you will soon receive is a symbol of your current success and your readiness for your future. While this is your special day, class of 2019, many other people have supported and helped you along the way, and they deserve your gratitude. Your family, your friends, your teachers, many of those people are here with us today to support you. So graduates, would you please stand up, turn around, and give a giant round of applause to all those important people. Thank you. Now, graduates, please stay standing and turn back toward the stage and face the American flag. Audience members, I invite you also to stand, if you can, for our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light,
United.
You light up in the dark. You're the glow, work of art. Oh, I see a shining star. You're the light from afar. Oh, don't you forget, the only thing that matters is your heartbeat going strong. Don't you forget that nothing else can matter, 'cause you know where I belong. Oh, take me there, won't you take me there, won't you take me home? Oh, take me there, won't you take me there, won't you take me home? We light up the sky. Oh, no, there's no such thing as goodbye. Oh, 'cause love can never die. Oh, you and I. Oh, and don't you forget, the only thing that matters is our heartbeat going strong. Don't you forget that nothing else can matter, 'cause we know where I belong. Oh, take me there, won't you take me there, won't you take me home? Oh, take me there, won't you take me there, won't you take me home? Take me there, won't you take me there, won't you take me home? Oh, take me there, won't you take me there, won't you take me home?
Christmas bell. No. I have one. No. As they are returning to their seats, let's give the senior choir members another round of applause. We now have another group of talented musicians with us. Let's give a round of applause to our Arrowhead Band that entertained you for an hour. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Greg Wieczorek, your Arrowhead principal.
Before I get started, we have one more student that needs to come down for the student speeches. Oh, here she comes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Greg Wieczorek. I'm the principal here at Arrowhead High School. It is my pleasure to share a few words about this class of 2019. Before I get started, I want to say thank you to Michelle Hill and all the parents who were involved with the awesome senior party last night. So let's give them all a round of applause. Each class that comes through Arrowhead has its own personality. As I was thinking of this class's personality, one of my favorite children's books came to mind. Hooray for Rodney Watt. Rodney, or Rodney, is a rat who cannot pronounce his R's, and he's very self-conscious about it. He's shy and sticks to himself at rodent school. One day, a new student arrives. Her name is Camila Capybara. She's bigger, stronger, and smarter than all of the other rodents. She's also a bully. She's especially takes a liking to bullying Rodney. One day, Rodney's biggest fear is realized. He's chosen to lead the game of Simon Says. As he progresses, he tells the class to play Wing Around the Wosey and tells them to wake the leaves. Well, Camila can't figure out what a wosey is and has no idea how to wake up a leaf. The other rodents can understand Rodney, so they play Ring Around the Rosy and rake the leaves. Camila becomes so frustrated, she leaves, and Rodney becomes the class hero. A while back, I read this book to a second grade class, and it's their collective responses and their thank you notes to me that made me think of this class. I'm going to read just a few of them to you to give you a sense. Dylan wrote, "Thank you for reading Hooray for Rodney Watt to our class. I thought Rodney was teased. I thought he was sad when the rodents teased him. You are a good reader." And then he drew a smiley face. Emma wrote, "Thank you for coming to read the book Hooray for Rodney Watt to our class. I would not want to be in a class with a bully like Camila. Mrs. Fuzzleworth, the teacher, reminds me of Mrs. Frizzle from the Magic Bus. Did you know our school's golden rule is to treat people how you want to be treated? Just wait. And finally, my favorite, from Nick. Nick says, "Greetings. We come in peace. Thank you for weeding to my class. Thank you for weeding Hooray for Rodney Watt to my class. I have problems saying ours too. I thought that Camila Capybara is real very atomic wicked, mean. You should tweet people the way you want to be tweeted. Thank you for coming." Now, what made me think of this class was the demonstration of compassion and caring these students have in the second grade. This year's senior class truly possesses these same traits. You need only look back at the events of this week and the collective actions of this class to see these qualities in them. Now, it didn't take me by surprise that this class was going to have these traits, because those thank you notes I received were actually written 10 years ago. And my co-authors are sitting here right now. So I would like to thank those co-authors, Dylan Dale, Emma Chrisberg, and Nick Wolfile, for unknowingly helping me with this speech. Graduating seniors, I wish you well on your future endeavors. Remember the lessons learned at Arrowhead and maintain your compassion and caring for others. I am confident that this class will collectively experience much success as you go on in life. Congratulations to the class of 2019. And now I would like Emma Huffman to come up, and she will do her speech unweighted.
GPA, grade point average, an indication of a student's achievement as measured by the number of points awarded divided by the credits received. Throughout high school and my college application process, I found myself pondering the true nature of my own GPA. The way that I had let myself become defined in 2 decimal points. Each semester, I worried and stressed about maintaining this measurement, failing to see how a semester's worth of A's or B's may not completely encapsulate me. But as we emerge from high school, I have decided, and I urge you all to do the same, to define myself by more than just a GPA, than say a 3.8. So do not live unweighted. As we arrive at this crossroads between high school and college, childhood and adulthood, dependence and autonomy, it is imperative to define ourselves and to do so with a sense of priority. So if instead of 7 exams, you had to pick a combination of 7 traits which average to represent you, your values, your accomplishments, your goals, what would you pick? How would you weigh them? Now is the time to no longer allow ourselves to be characterized by a numerical average, but instead by your own personal philosophy. Imagine applying for jobs, and instead of a GPA, you are the composite of authenticity, respect, and integrity. Or perhaps you erase that 3.1 in favor of a code of faith, selflessness, and initiative. After 4 years, we have no doubt fallen into the easy objectivity of numerical measurements. Moving forward, though, we are no longer defined solely as students or by our grades. Instead, we are defined by our own personal code, our morals, our integrity. The very nature of our concept of self is changing, and with it must also change the standard of measurement. So I challenge you all to avoid living unweighted. Identify what makes you, you, and realize the degree of influence each trait, value, or moral has. Live cumulatively as the result of each and every one of your experiences from here on out. Do not settle for the easy simplicity of numerical definitions, but instead strive for a greater satisfaction of self. I've walked the halls with many of you, and I haven't bumped into an ocean of decimal points, but instead have been touched by the influence of your character. I haven't sat in classrooms surrounded by A's, B's, or C's, but rather by heart, friendship, and perseverance. As we sat a few days ago, eagerly awaiting final grades, we sit here today, on the precipice of a much greater revelation. So do not lose yourself to any number, but instead cling to your identity. Define yourself not by the quantitative assessment of output, but by the values you seek and the way you envision yourself. GPA, grade, point, average, or greater potential achievement. Thank you.
Now I'd like Angela Zhao to come up, do her speech road trip.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the class of 2019, I'd like to first take a moment to thank all the teachers and faculty, family and friends who have gathered here today to celebrate one of the biggest milestones of our lives. As the 64th graduating class of Arrowhead Union High School, we have shown brilliance, persistence, and passion. We have proven our capability to set goals and achieve them, both individually and as one team. And since we're all here tonight, I would like to take this opportunity to look back on our road trip through high school together. We set off freshman year, arriving on campus with our new and crispy clean backpacks filled with fresh blank pages, mechanical pencils, and our very own laptops. We were officially high school students. And even though it's known that the Arrowhead Warhawks are some of the best athletes out there, don't worry if you never joined the sports scene. We all became track stars anyways after running around the giant circle that is South Campus for the next 2 years. Merging into the express lane, sophomore year saw us meeting our best friends, swinging around lanyards, and getting to know the teachers that would see us stumble, learn, and grow for the next 3 years in their classrooms. But along the way, we lost 2 great friends that would be sitting here with us tonight. We all knew Katie and Owen as 2 loving and fun individuals who we'd laugh with in the classroom and walk by in the hallways. Their presence is irreplaceable among us, and each bright smile and warm hug will be remembered in our minds and missed in our hearts. By supporting each other, we came back even stronger and hit the road running for our junior year. Our course selection seemed to expand tenfold overnight, and we watched our sleep schedules shrink tenfold every night. We became identifiable by the bags under our eyes and the never-ending complaints about all the tests we probably shouldn't have crammed for the night before. But hey, who needs 5 ways to a 5 when we've got Mr. Olenchek's 1 way to a 1? But somehow, we made it out alive. And it was all thanks to our teachers who patiently repeated the same lesson 9 times a day. The endless chauffeuring by our parents, thanks Mom and Dad. The support we gave each other, coffee, securely, and a whole lot of scrambling. Finally, we arrived at senior year, and first semester became a whirlwind of applications and realizing that college is a money-sucking vacuum. Again, sorry, Mom and Dad. But I hope you all enjoyed these last 5 months, because looking around, this could be the last time that we ever see each other. And after we throw our caps and say our goodbyes, and probably snap a few pictures to post on Insta, #graduation2K19, our journey here at HS will officially come to a close. But high school is not the last pin in the map, and we still have a long road ahead of us. Wherever the future takes you, I hope you all realize that we are still just at the beginning of our lives. Anything is possible. So step on the gas with your eyes wide open and leave closed-mindedness in the back seat. But en route to all of your different destinations, don't forget to roll down the window from time to time and watch the scenery, because you don't want to look back later just to realize that you spent the whole ride waiting for the end. Now, before we officially start our engines and embark on the next adventure of our lives, I'll leave you with these last few pieces of advice. Rent, don't buy your books. Figure out how to use public transportation. Be prepared to work your butt off and stay on your parents' health insurance plan for as long as possible. Arrowhead Union High School, class of 2019. Congratulations, we've made it.
And our final student speaker is Jalen Webster. It's a mindset.
As I stand here today, some of you may think that I'm going to tell you the cliche of how you're going to fail and that it's a part of life, or that it is necessary for you to fail in order to grow and gain wisdom and life experience. Well, if you're looking for that advice, you are talking to the wrong person. As we partake in this journey called life, we need to acquire the mental strength and toughness that it takes to strive for the dreams and aspirations we long for. I call this mental strength a mindset. After our old head football coach left, our senior class would always crack jokes about how he would say, "It's a mindset," whenever something wasn't going our way. A favorite quote of mine was when it was pouring rain during a practice. He said, "If you think it's raining, you already failed the test." Now, no matter how funny or weird that might sound, he was actually right. You need to have the mindset that you will succeed in order to accomplish whatever you want to achieve. Don't ever go into something thinking that you're going to fail, because you can achieve if you are willing to believe. Throughout our time here, Mr. Whitty would give us a presentation every year about this saying that's called E plus R equals O. It stands for event plus response equals outcome. For a little refresher, basically what happens to you is determined by how you respond to the events in your life. Now, this can be anywhere: the field, the court, the classroom, or even the workplace. If you respond appropriately to life's events, the end result will likely be one that you desire. So, when you go into that job interview, ask for that promotion, or take that podium for that presentation, do not think about a possibility of failure. Instead, envision yourself being successful and making all the right moves, and good things will happen. Now you might say, what if we do something that makes us feel like we failed, or things just don't work out in the way we initially wanted? Well, my answer to that is the fact that these problems can arise in your life in order to test your strength and will to get through it. Through these times, showing the grit and determination it takes will eventually show you the way to your desired result. A quote I really like from a man named Les Brown describes this perfectly, as he says, "When life knocks you down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up." Now, by using this strengthened mindset, along with the grit that comes along with being an Arrowhead Warhawk, I know that the people who sit in front of me here today are truly ready for it. Ready for the future ahead, while remembering the school and town that helped shape them into who they are. So, when these lights go out, the sun comes back up, and you wake up for the start of the rest of your life, class of 2019, please remember, it's a mindset. Thank you.
One of the traditions at Arrowhead is to have the principal's cabinet pick a teacher that they want to speak on their behalf. This year they have chosen Mr. Hessler. He'll be giving his speech, Triggers.
Good evening. Those of you that don't know me, I teach pre-calculus and AP calculus. Some would consider calculus a challenging subject. In order to help students learn, we use different trigger words or phrases that carry special or important meanings. Students use these triggers to associate specific concepts to help them solve problems. We use phrases like drop the boat, seek and destroy, top guy minus bottom guy. One of the most important triggers we use is a simple word, stated with emphasis and enthusiasm. When we use it, we say it like this: Juniors! Tonight, I'd like to change that trigger. Tonight's trigger for the class of 2019 will be seniors. Seniors. Reinhold Niebuhr, a retired professor at Yale University, once said, "Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference." Knowing the difference is as valuable in your future as anything else that you will come across. Seniors, life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful. don't get caught up in the comparison game. Compare your thing to one person, yourself. Seniors, never give up. One of the most impactful quotes of the 20th century from former Prime Minister of Great Britain, Winston Churchill, during World War II. A mentor of mine once said to me, the best way to find yourself is to put yourself into something bigger than yourself. Be willing to pursue and accept the challenges of some of the bigger things that are going to be in front of you. It's going to take grit, Websy. It's going to take grit to get through them. When you do, you're going to find out who you really are. And the challenge will be to keep that grit. Seniors, after tonight, you will travel down different paths. Some of you have no idea what path that is yet. But here's the thing. It really doesn't matter. They're all available to you. They can provide you with a very productive, positive, and stable life. The only thing that all these paths have in common is that they're going to have challenges. Don't be afraid of the challenges. Embrace them. You have to be present to be alive. You must have emotions to be successful. And you must have grit to fight the challenges. Be present. Work with a passion. And fight those challenges. Seniors, 3 final items I hope you contemplate as you leave us tonight. 1, don't ever expect someone to coach your effort or attitude. Let me say it again. Don't ever expect someone to coach your effort or attitude. You are the sole owner of both of these, and only you can change them, no one else. 2, give the greatest gift of all to those around you. Give them enthusiasm. Nothing great has ever been done without enthusiasm. And 3, find your passion, run with it, and everything else will follow. I hope you will find half the enjoyment in your future that I had with working with you, the class of 2019. Graduates of the class of 2019. God bless you. Stay safe. Be present. Show enthusiasm. And fight those challenges. Thank you.
It is my honor to formally present the class of 2019. On behalf of the Arrowhead teachers, counselors, superintendent, administrative team, and the Board of Education, I would like to commend the class of 2019 for meeting and exceeding the challenges put before them. I now present the class of 2019 to Superintendent Laura Myra and the members of the school board.
As the superintendent of the Arrowhead Union High School District, I certify to the school board that the students before you have met the standards and criteria for high school graduation as set forth by the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction and by the Arrowhead Union High School District. Therefore, they shall be awarded their high school diplomas. Graduates, when directed to do so, please come forward to accept your diplomas as an honorable recognition of all of your accomplishments and as an important tool to open doors to further education or workplace opportunities.
Okay, the students can start lining up now.
Matthew Edward Rosoff. Matthew Edward Rosoff. Matthew
Back one, please.
Edward Rosoff.
Ryan Tyranny Adipathia.
Cade Carmen Breeding.
Vincent David Eroldi.
Rachel Riley Brockish.
Alora Kathleen Alongi.
Catherine Elizabeth Marguerite Brown.
Ashley Rose Arnson.
Matthew Douglas Brown.
Elizabeth Ann Ortone.
Nicholas Michael Brozovic.
Jackson Riley Ashby.
Lauren Elizabeth Buffington.
Kent Von Atwell Jr.
Eric Joseph Bujak.
Claire Elizabeth Babler.
Logan Joseph Bukoris.
Reagan Antoinette Balderas.
Emily Marie Durant.
Amelia Claire Ball.
Ryan Anthony Burchett.
Nicholas Dean Barry.
Harrison Daniel Burkwald.
Isabel Rose Barth.
Kevin William Burns.
Joseph James Bartoloni.
Lucius Burton III.
Jordan Marie Bashaw.
Mariveles Alaya Caldero.
Jacqueline Joan Batley.
Brandon R. Carpenter.
Nina Laura Diane Baumeister.
Carmen Douglas Carr.
Cole Stephen Baumgartner.
Chase A. Carrington.
Sky Beckstead.
Daruk Karada Shelaby.
Margaret Grace Baina.
Marcus Daniel Cerny.
William Walter Belson.
Kobe Gerard Chang.
Caden Scott Bentz.
Lauren Catherine Cromie.
Alexander Bennett.
Emily Chu.
Jackson Wesley Barnes.
Madeline Eve Clark.
Abby Elizabeth Bergman.
Brandy Genevieve Clements.
Yoka Barisha.
Morgan Rebecca Cobian.
Samantha Taylor Bittman.
Matthew Howard Cochran.
Joseph Robert Buer.
Cross Brandon Conrad.
Brooke Isabella Blaha.
Jonathan Andrew Cornell.
Leah Taylor Boyven.
Christian Lee Cornella Carlson.
Catherine Elizabeth Bonk,
Ethan Michael Costa,
Jacob Michael Beret,
Jacob Thomas Couliard,
Lucas Dominic Borkin,
Justin John Cox,
Benjamin Ernst Allen Brack,
Clarissa Marie Cull,
Megan Fox Braden,
Kennedy Charles Cull,
Matthew Charles Brandell,
Samantha Brianna Curry,
Logan Alexander Bretonia,
Stuart Bradford Dahlman,
Sean R. Brasgall,
Dylan Peter Sky Dale,
Abigail Diane Davies,
Julia Marie Dabacon,
Catherine Kedzie Davis,
Riley Sky Darko,
Gareth Yohan Davis,
Isabella Jimenez Fernandez,
Tyler David Davidson,
Cassette Elizabeth Ferris,
Annika Nicole DeVries,
Sydney Eve Fetkenhauer,
Bailey Rose Denninger,
Abigail Catherine Fickle,
John Henry DePoe,
Samuel Christian Feeney,
Jerome Michelle DePort,
Ariana Lee Fisher,
Cassidy Detvon,
Lauren Raquel Fleury,
Deanna Lynn Devereaux,
Alexander David Flynn,
Elijah Esber DeVries,
Seth Alto Foey,
Rachel Claire Deal,
Rachel Ann Faust,
Madeline Ann Dingman,
Cassie Rose Fromme,
Nathan Philip Dittman,
Maria M. Francis,
Logan James Darty,
Macy Carolyn Francisco,
Quentin James Drabeck,
Gabriella Marie Frangopoulos,
Jacob Villas Ducock,
Joseph Stephen Fredrickson,
Joshua Riker Dimstra,
Matthew Charles Freed,
John Thomas Duncan,
Skylar Rain Fritchie,
Madeline Grace Dunham,
Abigail Marie Fritz,
Joshua Samuel Eckert,
Danielle Christiana Foos,
Caitlin Elizabeth Edson,
Alyssa Genevieve Funk,
Mila Asha Elahi,
Robert Evan Fiak,
Anna Elizabeth Ilario,
Dylan Scott Gagliano,
Emily Catherine Elfner,
Lily Elise Gallagher,
Jacob Ryan Elfman,
Giovanni G. Gambatese,
Lauren Alexandra Engaldo,
Courtney G. Kapitsky,
Riley James Engelbert,
Caitlin Marie Garcia,
Abigail Victoria Erdman,
Francesca Ray Gastro,
Willow Star S.K. Paquette,
Nicholas Bruce Geeson,
Adam David Esslinger,
Della Marie Gehrig,
Ann Noel Estinson,
Emily Rowe Geezies,
Hunter Evans,
Ella Morgan Guile,
Brooke Alexis Ewer,
Sarah Lauren Gissable,
Samuel Fisher Enan,
Olivia Grace Gleisner,
Joshua Francis Fassler,
Ava Jeanette Glipinski,
April Fan,
Emily Rose Glass,
Abigail Elizabeth Farnsworth,
McKenna June Getz,
Ryan Ashley Furch,
Brooke Kaylin Godey,
Tyler Christopher Gowan,
Alex Michael Goodnetter,
J. Douglas Graff,
Hunter Lee Goodrow,
Gabrielle Augusta Grams,
Joseph Allen Huckstep,
Joshua Evan Grams,
Jericho Richard Hetner,
Erica Lee Granowski,
Andre Sirhi Hunyuk,
Rudolph Scott Graves,
Leah Gunther Jablonski,
Baron Donovan Griffin,
Brady Gregory Yeager,
Jarrett Russell Gross,
Brian J. Jembreets Jr.,
Tyler John Getzky,
Savannah Jane Jankowski,
John Thomas Gunville,
Miller John Jansen,
Serena Gupta,
Ellie Elizabeth Jockums,
Emily Rose Gutowski,
Jacob Daniel Johnson,
Carl William Hahn,
Cameron Paul Edwin Jones,
Eric John Hansen,
Connor Christian Jones,
Mei Ling Ann Hansen,
Elijah Allen Jones,
Alexandra Jewel Harmelink,
Logan Jeffrey Jones.
Megan Elizabeth Hart.
Amanda Nicole Cadlick.
Owen Charles Harvey.
Emily Marie Kadrich.
John Robert Hazad.
Victoria Vasiliki Kafas.
Sydney Ray Heinitz.
Edwin Minsu Kang.
Anna Elise Heinz.
Alexis Christine Carls.
Russell William Heinz.
Megan Therese Keenan.
Nathan Christopher Hemmer.
Brendan Joseph Kelleher.
Tyler William Hendy.
Nicholas Sergey Keller.
Emma Eileen Henson.
Zachary Roydon Keller.
James Andrew Hepburn.
Jake Robert Kellerman.
Alexandra Nicole Hepner.
Nicholas Peter Kemp.
Thomas Brian Herbst.
Kathleen E. Kempson.
Hope Amanda Heyerholm.
Joshua Allen Kilmer.
Zachary Douglas Hibble.
Eric Michael Kirst.
Hunter Macbeth Hickling.
Adam James Klauk.
Ethan Wesley Hill.
Benjamin Matthew Klein.
Lauren Elise Hill.
Caitlin Adia Klein.
Emma Lucille Hoffman.
Noah Robert Klocko.
Mason Riley Hofstetter.
Luke Matthew Klocko.
Emma Therese Hoagie.
Savannah Carolyn Knack.
Tanner Antone Horkin.
Samantha Marie Canal.
Gabrielle Ray Hauer.
Ashley Ying Koenig.
Ethan James Rybar.
Lauren J. McDonald.
Brianna L. Kohler.
Brock David Milkey.
Audrey K. Kohler.
Christian Robert Mishikowski.
Brady Joseph Kohler.
Lauren Elizabeth Lott.
Dalton Aaron Lee Konitzer.
Alexis Dorothy Luce.
Morgan Nicole Konopka.
Derek Herbert Lutke.
Connor Lewis Koppelman.
Sarah Catherine Luno.
Casey Ann Corpella.
Kenzie Ellen Luderbach.
Madeline Grace Cradell.
Jaron Ray Luther.
Nicola Milan Krezovic.
Katie Elizabeth Lynch.
Rachel Kathleen Crean.
Taylor Catherine Macy.
Emma Irene Chrisberg.
Andrew Patrick Mahoney.
Caroline Elizabeth Kraninger.
Elizabeth Rose Makovec.
Bradley Kronberg.
Reagan Emily Mann.
Connor D. Kruger.
Liam Patrick Manzer.
Connor Stephen Crook.
Constantina Nicole Marlis.
Stephen Joseph Kubish.
Evan J. Marsh.
Cole Seth Kachurik.
Jeffrey Michael Manson.
Bennett Dean Keel.
Gregory William Matson.
Rachel Lauren Kielthau.
Matthew Keegan Maurer.
Eden Valentine Cust.
Dwight Ernst Maynor.
Cole Joseph Kyle.
Zachary William McCluskey.
Annalise May Lagerman.
Michael Eugene McKenna.
Emmeline Rose Lagerman.
Caroline Ann McShane.
Tyler Austin Lamack.
Joseph Michael McWilliams.
Kyle Brian Landowski.
Robert Allen Meyer.
Nicole Marie Larson.
Logan R. Melzer.
Sarah Ashley Ann Lauber.
Alexander Cyril Menon.
Caitlin Nicole Laufenberg.
Rebecca Joe Menzer.
Emily Lauterbach.
Dylan Kevin Murbeth.
Martine James Lascano.
Aaron John Meshing.
Ryan Matthew Lee.
Samuel Jacob Meyer.
Haley Laureen Lesperance.
Sydney Shauna Mayer.
Jacob Michael Lewandowski.
Alexandria Ray McCalls.
Malin Rosemary Layden.
Madeline Grace Michelini.
Robert Walter Lindman.
Michael Paul Makota.
Justin James Livermore.
Ashley Lauren Miller.
Lucas Todd Loglin.
Mackenzie Marie Pashong.
Jackson Bradford Logston.
Nathan S. Petkoff.
Jared Paul Lonis.
Bowden Aleski David Peterson.
Gabriella Alysse Moan.
Christian Todd Peterson.
Paxton Jean Morgan.
Kyle Robert Phelps.
Samuel John Pucklick Morgan.
Cecilia Claire Phillips.
Fiona Therese Morris.
Jared Michael Piattilla,
Mercedes Ann Mueller,
Stephen Edmund Pink,
William John Mueller,
Isabella Lillian Pizzo,
Ethan James Murphy,
Lauren Elizabeth Powell,
Anthony Jordan Musbach,
Avon Allen Prangy,
Matthew David Nelson,
Margaret Ann Predergast,
Jackson Henry Nettesheim,
Cassidy Todd Pruitt,
Charlotte Sophia Nielsen,
Natalie Ray Perko,
Nicholas Richard Nielsen,
Maxwell E. Kurdrachi,
Benjamin Leo Nimchek,
Emma Grace Quilter,
Andrew Michael Nixdorf,
Emma Ann Quinn,
Samuel Christopher Noble,
Patrick Joseph Quinn,
Courtney Claire Knoll,
Matthew Joseph Robb,
Edward Kirk Knoll,
Gillian Marie Race,
Alexis Elise Nyron,
Joey Ratty,
Brooke Caroline O'Connor,
Elizabeth Mary Rammel,
Kyle Jeffrey O'Connor,
Luke Daniel Ramlow,
Andrew Dean O'Gorman,
David Alexander Rouser,
Tara Marie Osborne,
Madison Jean Reed,
Allison Janelle Okowski,
Mackenzie Elise Reichert,
Joshua Thomas Otto,
Jack Robert Reindeers,
Clarissa Aileen Ovey,
Reikley Nolan Reiser,
Brendan Reed Paddock,
Rachel Lane Repka,
Danielle Egan Pagjak,
Michael Robert Richards,
Gabrielle Victoria Pancarry,
Abigail Elizabeth Rick,
Cecilia Rose Panther,
Jordan Michael Rios,
Madeline Ashley Patterson,
Raymond Phillips Riplinger,
Spencer Joseph Patterson,
Cameron James Ritter,
Willem James Paulson,
Celia Leclerc Robena,
Joseph Michael Peters,
Joseph Robbins,
Alex Joseph Peglow,
Matthew Gerald Roberts,
Carmen Marcel Peranto,
Nicholas John Rocco,
William David Perry,
Jonathan Thomas Roy,
Emma Gabrielle Rosalik,
Emily Catherine Sadolski,
Cassidy Ann Rothwell,
Kimberly Brianne Arlene Spalding,
Bethany Noel Rosoff,
Victoria Lynn Starr,
Emma Christine Ruckstatter,
Rachel Ann Steele,
Mackenzie Jane Rudy,
Jack Michael Stupflug,
John Friedrich Ruland,
Annetta Rose Stelter,
Abigail May Rupnow,
Melina Marie Stretcher,
Grace Catherine Salaha,
Jackson Tyler Strombeck,
Elena Jane Salamone,
Isabella Marie Suckes,
Molly Marie Salvzer,
Brianna Colleen Sullivan,
Joseph Michael Schick,
Jessica Barbara Surdick,
Jacob Christopher Schleicher,
Hallie Christine Swan,
Garrett Patrick Schmidt,
Robert M. Taylor,
Kiara Lynn Schmitz,
Stephen Andrew Theo,
Caroline Rose Stromka,
Katie Louise Thoreau,
Lucas Kenneth Schroffenegel,
Morgan Marie Tillish,
Carlia Marie Scholke,
Natalia P. Tillamont,
Anna Emily Schuth,
Benjamin Michael Jarkson,
Justin Robert Schultz,
Hunter Harold Toldsman,
Tanner R. Schultz,
Taylor Morgan Tomich,
Matthew Jacob Schweinert,
Corinne Madison Tormala,
Kelly Renee Siebert,
Cole Patrick Chummel,
Jackson Timothy Selner,
Tyler Matthew Trivette,
Cameron Julia Sensky,
Jacob Mylov Trunk,
Caitlin Elise Seselak,
Ella Sophia Trushwald,
Evan P. Shaw,
Anna Patricia Turco,
Kristen Joseph Shepard,
Joseph Stephen Tweet,
Maxwell Charles Sidecox,
Greta Grace Ulatowski,
Jack Logren Siefman,
Alexander John Van Der Werken,
Anthony Joseph Sirkowski,
James Henry Van Gilder,
Dominic Allen Siriani,
Denya Joseph Van Neck,
Victoria Lee Skelton,
Rohan Deval Vazalda,
Benjamin Russell Skorik,
Isabel Rose Vetta,
Ellie Smith Skarbowski,
Megan May Voom,
Matthew James Smith,
Anthony Michael Vizzetti,
Michael Jacob Smith,
Samuel Vicqueen,
Paul Harrison Smith,
Megan V. Walmer,
Tony Faye Smith,
Jonathan Maurice Witter,
Kathy W. Wang,
Nicholas Brock Wolfile,
Jacob Andrew Ware,
Alexis Marie Wida,
Emma May Heath Warsniak,
Emily Elise Wood,
Emily Diane Webster,
Sarah Elizabeth Wood,
Jalen Edward Webster,
Gage Matthew Woodward,
Aubrey Rose Waylog,
Annalise Marie Warden,
Paul David Weisbrot,
Matthew Richard Young,
Alyssa Marie Wershay,
Jeremy Michael Zabel,
Brooke Angela Wesolowski,
Connor Patrick Zastrel,
Caden Kaiser Witt,
Abby Rose Zettel,
Megan Ann Wachorik,
Davis Carl Zoiches,
Genevieve Catherine Wieland,
Mia Elizabeth Zagravic,
Lillian Eve Wheezy,
Angela Lee Joe,
Sarah Elizabeth Wigman,
Sierra Justine Ziggy,
Kieran Catherine Wildy, Jenna Kathleen Willie, Erin Riley Williams, Caroline Marie Wilson, Nicole Anna Winkle, Autumn Elizabeth Winsevried, Lauren Elizabeth With, Samuel William Zunker,
Let's give one big round of applause again for all the graduates. Now, to conclude the ceremony, it is my pleasure to introduce Student Senate President Jack Seatman to preside over the tassel ceremony.
Hello, my name is Jack Seatman, and I am the president of the class of 2019. I want to begin by thanking all the friends, family, and staff who have helped each graduate throughout their high school careers. We couldn't have done it without your support. I also want to thank Steve Kopecki and John Howe, who are retiring after a combined 59 years of dedication to Arrowhead High School. Mr. Kopecki, with nearly 3 decades as the business manager, and Mr. Howe's 20-plus years in our special education department, have helped make Arrowhead one of the best schools in Wisconsin. It is an honor to stand in front of 600 classmates, teachers, and administrators. Together, we experienced success and faced failure. We overcame the many challenges that have come our way. For the past 4 years, Arrowhead has not only been our home, but a place where we have built confidence to take with us onto the next phase in our lives. We have grown from naive freshmen to young adults ready to take charge of our future. But before we turn the tassels and graduate, I have one last message to share. As my celebrity lookalike, Ellen DeGeneres, always says, be kind to one another. I encourage each and every one of you to be the best version of yourself and do what makes you happy in life. As we move on from Arrowhead and into our unwritten futures, it is important to spread love and kindness throughout our everyday lives. And I can say for certain that the graduates in front of me are going to make a positive impact on this world. Now, to begin the tassel ceremony. Please be sure your tassels are on the right side of your cap. Now, would the class of 2019 please rise? You may move your tassel from the right side to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2019. On the count of 3, let's throw our caps in the air. 3, 2, 1.